Hello and welcome to another episode of BCG's Talking Shit. My name is Barrett Courtney. As always, I am your host. And here, joined with me are my great co-host and even better friends, the bisexual from Texas, Henry Montiero. What's up, Henry? How you doing today?
Ravioli, ravioli, give me the formuoli.
And in between us is my favorite chunky punk, Ricky Baldazan. What's up, Ricky? How you doing today? You just got your ass kicked in fucking movie trivia, which you saw yesterday. And joined with us is Seven Tan.
There he is!
Seven made another cameo appearance, just like last week.
There he is!
He's real!
John Cena!
How did that even start as like a fucking meme?
Fucking no, dude. It's because John Cena's
Because no one John Cena it coming.
Can you scoot the
If you don't know what we do here at Talking Shit, one of us brings in a topic of discussion, and then we talk some shit about the topic. And this week, or no, not this week, and today, the topic comes from the chunky punk. Ricky, what do you want to talk about today?
money?
Yeah?
Give it.
Are you mugging us?
Bro puts his wallet back. You better put your phone away. We're in a bad neighborhood.
Roll them up, kids.
I wanted to talk console controllers,
Okay.
best and worst.
Okay.
The way I thought of
Yeah, why do you want to talk about this? Because you're talking about a couple of things before the show.
So the reason I came up with this topic for this week is I got my new Game Informer for the month with the lovely Mafia 3 cover. It is gorgeous.
I haven't gotten mine yet.
I was
Maybe
gonna bring it, but I
was
figured
it
you
in
had it.
today's
I got
mail?
mine.
Huh?
Was it in your today's mail?
I got it like
3 days ago.
before the weekend.
The fuck?
Yeah, I got it last week.
I get mine hella late. I feel like I got last month's hella late too.
Yeah, no, I get mine.
They're
late.
just trying to tell you they don't love you anymore. They're
Fuck
trying
you.
to break the
Fuck
relationship.
you, GameStop.
They're
I get
trying to
mine,
break
like,
off the
right away.
relationship.
What?
I get mine like right away.
Fuck you, GameStop.
But it has a lovely Mafia 3 cover to it. It's gorgeous. And I read
I
an
framed it.
article.
An article?
An article.
Is that a
Thanks,
vegetable?
thanks, Carmen,
It's an article.
for joining us today.
Um.
What was the article you read?
So the article was about a little controller company called Scuff Gaming. The article talked about how usually like third-party controller developers, I guess, whatever you would call that, they're usually people settle for that just to have like kind of a multiplayer controller.
Yeah, they don't try to get the first party stuff. They just get like the like knockoff brand, whatever.
Right, but for the most part, like we try to avoid like the LED lights and like the
You
loud
get-
ass fucking vibrations and
Yeah.
shit like that.
I get the regular controller. You get the Mad Cats.
Like they all usually feel like GameCube controllers, no matter what
Yeah.
console it's on.
Yeah.
But surprisingly, there's this company called Scuff Gaming, right? Scuff Gaming, who they're changing the game for third party.
Literally.
Like they're changing the game.
They're literally changing the game, guys.
Yeah.
It's like Super Mario Maker. You can always change the game.
So apparently the company started with this guy who was really into competitive gaming.
Yeah.
MLG player.
But he didn't. Hello. Solve my riddle.
Quentin Berenger is here with us.
Here.
Do you want to just come in and say hi?
No, just do. No, just do.
No,
it.
that's Seven's job. That's
Here,
Seven's thing. He already has that
on the
thing.
side of me.
We want to introduce Quentin. Of course, has been a guest on our Let's Play Some Shit, but you've never
Put your
seen
hand
him.
down.
Just show your little
No.
face. Show your cute little face. Quentin, of course, was the guy who made our logo.
Who made our baby?
All right, get the fuck out of here. We're
there
gonna
he
talk.
is.
We're gonna talk about some video games.
See you
Yeah.
guys.
You smell good. You make this.
Did you shower?
Did you
What a
shower, you
fucker.
fucking freak?
Anyway,
We're dirty.
Anyway, so
Dirty men.
Scuff controllers.
So yeah, Scuff Gaming, Scuff Controllers, whatever they call themselves, I guess, started out with this guy who's really into
Oh, I
competitive.
hate it when you drop one and it gets a scuff.
Henry.
Can someone shut this motherfucker up now? Sick of this. Started off with this guy who I guess was really into competitive gaming, and but he didn't, I guess, hold the reflexes to like switch his left thumb's positioning enough, and and a lot of the competitive gamers had that type of problem, so they started playing Claw, I guess they called it, is where you position it a different way.
Yeah.
But that also leads to like carpal tunnel and stuff.
See, for a second, I thought you were talking about like they all got tired of it, so they moved to those claw games that you find that
so
like
started playing. They're like, fuck it, we're just gonna do this.
Major League Gaming. Watch, I can actually get. Watch, I can get the Totoro.
Okay.
Anyway, so and he couldn't do that. He didn't want to go through that, so he started making his own controllers. That led to him actually starting to make good controllers and people actually wanting the ones he was making. So he, I guess, met up with one of his friends from school who was studying business, and they both got together and started developing controllers.
Oh, when Barrett's on the mic,
why did this want you to talk about the best controllers?
Have you ever had a dream?
I'm sorry, but you're telling me these guys' life stories, and I don't give a fuck. I really don't give a fuck.
He married his wife Cynthia on
It
April
reminds me
28th.
They have 3 kids.
I recently watched an episode of The Office where Michael has a really interesting story to tell, and he's talking about every little detail. They're all
little
like,
fucking
fuck,
thing.
just tell it.
It's because I read the whole fucking article, so I know they're like.
To be fair,
Can't wait to read it in like 3 weeks.
Right? Yeah.
To be fair, this is how Ricky talks when he
is
tells
how I-
stories.
Me telling a story
okay.
in every detail.
I just
is
need
like
to.
Henry
I just
getting
need
through
you to become self-aware at that
Yeah.
point. So I'm gonna.
You
You ever had a
Just get to the
dream?
point.
Right.
Get to the point, stupid.
My head and my muffin.
My muffin in my head.
Anyway, why did this make you want to talk about the best controllers? Of all
Because I
time?
never really thought about it, like in which ones are like actually perfect in themselves, and what would make you
I right off the bat, I'm gonna say, and I know this might sound a little controversial. I think the Xbox One controller is like the best controller I've ever had in my hands.
You're not wrong.
right.
Because like the weight itself feels perfect, the way it's shaped, and now like they've got the Elite controller where you can literally remap your controller, not just like in like the software, like oh now this means that. Like you can literally change where things go.
That's another thing is like Scuff Gaming, like the way their company works is that they get in bulk controllers from every type of system possible, and they gut them and rebuild on that.
Oh, okay.
Like they do that, and if you look on their website, most of their controllers look like the Xbox controller, the Xbox One controller. So
Okay.
I mean, I guess we can all pretty much agree that the Xbox One controller
Well,
is
yeah.
pretty perfect.
The Xbox One controller is perfect because it takes the really great 360 controller and fixed the one thing that was god awful about it.
Yeah.
That awful D-pad.
Right.
Yeah. I think honestly, I think
Welcome
the
to
worst.
the D-pad, ladies.
So wait, you guys were just talking about the.
Ladies use the salad fork.
You guys were talking about which controller? The.
Xbox One.
The GameCube and how
Yeah.
shitty it is.
Yeah, I honestly think that is
Too
the
many
worst.
buttons.
It's like you can literally
The
feel
worst
how,
fucking
how
controller.
hollow it is.
Yeah.
What about the
You can feel
N64
just like how
controller?
empty it is, and like the buttons feel way too cheap.
You can hear
That's
that.
when you. That's you know what? No, I'm not gonna say GameCube. Oh, the worst fucking controller is the N64.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying.
Well, like the
Mr.
fucking-
Burns.
God damn it! Not again. But like you feel the fucking like it's got this like 3-pronged thing.
Oh, yeah,
It's, like,
you
a
feel
weird
the, like,
dick
this.
in the middle. And something I read recently, it wasn't in the Game Informer that you got and I didn't, but it was in something else.
Why are we
It was
still all
about-
crammed over to this side of the screen?
Because of you.
huddle up, guys. We need to talk about this.
feel like I'm sleeping with my parents or something.
Why am I the parent? Why can't I be your girlfriend?
Because I'm in the middle.
The weird thing about the N64 controller is it was specifically designed for Mario 64, which I don't understand
It was
why.
designed exactly so it could fit up your ass.
But besides the Xbox One controller, like looking at some of the best ones in history, I honestly think the simple Nintendo
NES, perfect
Yeah.
controller.
Duh.
Yeah.
Because you
It's
can
straight to the point. There's
Exactly.
no bullshit. To it.
SNES, great controller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the NES is better though.
I think
Yeah.
I think we should rate controllers on their greatness by how much it fucking echoes when you hit the bumpers, like the GameCube one. Like
oh
you can
my
literally
God.
hear.
You hear like the spring in it. That's how fucking cheap those things are. It's ridiculous. That's why like I remember being at my cousin's house playing a GameCube for the first time. I was like, oh, this is bad. This
Yeah.
is fucking bad.
love-
Dumbest game controller. Another one.
Or are you going to say Wii U
The
gamepad?
Wii U Pro fucking gamepad controller.
Fucking
The
lame.
dumbest thing. Because we're creating, because here's the thing. The way they announced it, people didn't fucking know if the Wii U was a new console or if it was just a new controller. That's
swear to God,
that's like a Nintendo fuck up
I swear
right
to
there.
God, I thought it was just the Wii. For
The
longest
Wii is the
time.
worst controller.
But they're
Watch
trying
out.
to put emphasis that it's yours.
Yeah,
It's like
and
the
so-
Wii U.
Watch
though.
out, guys. Nintendo's in an emergency. Wii U, Wii U, Wii U.
And so you have this controller, and I can understand like if you like the controller would have been better if there were more games that utilize that. And with the exception of Super Mario Maker, there are no other games that utilize having this gamepad with a touchable screen. There's no justification for any of these games.
Yeah,
it's
like-
literally only going to be Super Mario Maker and then the terrible new Star Fox game that's coming out that looks like it's 15 years old.
Starfax. It's all about fax machines in space.
Fucking hate you.
Anyway, so,
So
I
do
think
my
we can all
parents.
agree that just Xbox One is like the ideal.
And 360 was also really good, but Xbox One control,
is
like,
that's it.
the like, yeah.
That's it.
I really
Because
love.
PS3 also felt really cheap as well for some reason.
I actually really like the PS3 one.
For some reason,
I really
don't-
like that.
I
I
don't
I'm
hate
know.
gonna-
the PS4 controller. I hate it. I really hate it. I think it's really
tripping.
uncomfortable.
I still
Oh,
love
I
the.
fucking love
My
it.
controller's already loud as shit.
It's because you're
squeaky
playing
as
it
fuck already.
incorrectly.
I still love the
It's
PS.
like I've been holding it wrong this whole
I love
Well,
time.
something interesting about holding controllers.
No, I'm not here.
Something about holding balls is like
something
you do
about
it
like
just
the way you
just
hold
enough.
controllers
On the left nut.
apparently affects the way that like because a popular thing with the PS4 controllers that it wears the stick, like one of the stick analogs down, and apparently it's because of the way most people hold their controllers.
You're rubbing
'Cause
your
they're-
stick too much.
No, this is what I heard is like because like that's becoming a huge problem is like the wearing down of it. And I heard that the one thing that you should do while playing to keep it from ripping with all the friction is spit on it.
Really?
The best.
I can't tell if you're being sarcastic and making a sexual innuendo here.
Yes, duh, you don't
be-
spit on your controller.
The best way to not break it is to think of avocados.
You want less friction. Spit on it first.
A good
Gotta
tip
lube
I
up your
usually do, 'cause I
controller.
feel like it's a lot of the sweat building up on your thumb.
Yeah.
So what I do is I take my shirt, I fucking rub off
He's
that like
just
sweat.
"It's a little too much."
Yeah, a little too much
Back on
right there.
controllers and not sticking it in things. So I have a soft spot in my heart for the PS2 controller
Yeah.
as like the last good corded controller.
No, no.
What is it? The GameCube? Fuck you.
Is it Xbox the original controller
Wait,
the
did
size
you-
of your head?
Did you say that you liked
Yeah,
it? Or
dude,
that
those
it was bad?
Xbox controllers were
Did you
awful.
say that you liked it?
Yeah.
The PS2 controller? Fuck yeah.
Oh, I thought you said you hated it.
No.
No, I love that controller.
Yeah.
Other
Yeah,
great
I
con-
remember that Xbox, like the original Xbox controller. Holy
was like-
fuck!
like
It's like
holding
the
a
size
brick.
of an iPad,
You're like,
the size of like a current iPhone.
I still don't know what the black and white buttons do. I still don't
No
know.
one does.
I remember for Halo, the white one turned on your light,
Yeah.
and that was it.
I remember looking at it and still thinking like how color coordinated the PlayStation controllers have been with like the shapes and the colors, and looking at the black and white ones and going, "That's stupid. They're not even colors. They're just black and white. That's ridiculous."
Like, so, a really beloved controller for being so iconic, but it sucks.
the way he describes it makes it sound like there's somewhere they have like a shrine to this controller.
The Atari 2600 controller. Because here's the thing. It's a joystick and a button.
Yep.
Button works.
But that's all they
Joystick sucks.
Yeah.
Because the joystick is like, it's like having a stick shift that was dipped in like...
All you had to say was dipped. It's like, dipped in what?
dipped in like that...
Glazed.
in that like saltwater taffy you get at Fisherman's Wharf. Like melted down and then somehow in your car it's healed up again. That's what the Atari 2600 controller feels like.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, totally following
Totally
you
see
there.
that. Yep.
Also, I have the worst game controller ever somewhere in my basement. The Atari 50. I have it chained up. I beat it.
I have like the worst controller in my basement. A severed girl's hand just down there.
Oh my god.
Oh.
I have the worst controller. It's my mother.
My mother.
We've gone too dark. Anyway, I have an Atari 5200 controller in my basement.
Yeah.
That's the worst.
You keep it in there so it knows its place for being the worst.
Which is also where I
controller.
keep my original Xbox.
Every 30 minutes he goes down there and stay in there and closes it.
This is weird. But anyway, the joystick doesn't even center.
Oh, really?
If you push it, it stays there. Stays there. Have we lost our
fuck.
fucking minds?
Yeah, we've lost our minds. Is this a good place to end it?
We have a fucking headache. Let's go.
If I could have any controller like framed, it would be the original NES
Why
controller.
would you frame it?
Because I don't want the cops to know who killed them.
Thank you so much for joining us for this.
He's so obsessed with
Mounted
keeping.
on a wall like a fish.
He's so obsessed with keeping their controller somewhere in the basement, framed
Oh
in
my
a
God.
hole, telling it to put lotion on.
Thank you
Along
for
with the Jawas.
Glazed in something.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Talking Shit. Today's topic, of course, was the best video game controllers of all time.
Was it really though? Was
No,
it
it was Ricky giving a
If you-
history lesson, Quentin's face, and me losing my mind.
What are some of your favorite controllers? What did you think of our favorite controllers? You can leave your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked what we had to say, you can like that like button, share with your friends, and subscribe to our channel for more fucked up comparisons
Please
of,
let us out of here.
comparing controllers to girls' severed hands and mothers.
You know.
If you have any
the
topic
huge-
suggestions,
It
for
puts the
talking-
lotion on its start button, or else it gets the hose start button.
If you have any topic suggestions for Talking Shit, you can always email them at us at beazonagamers@gmail.com. If you want to keep up to date what we do here at BZG, you can follow us collectively at Beazonagamers. You can find me at Banandly Sean. Henry's at Henrysaurus. Ricky's at Baldazon96. And our tech guy 7 is at 7 Morse, but the Owen Morse is a 0. You can check that in the description below. SoundCloud, check that. Link is in the description below as well. And thank you so much once again for joining us for this episode of Talking Shit. And until next time, have a great day full of shit talking and
Framing controllers on the murder
and
of your
framing
parents.
controllers for murderers. Jesus